Facts. Fuck reposts, bro. If Mama called it Twitter, that's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, it's Twitter, goddammit, not X.
Last week in wrestling, what's up?
What's going on, guys? It's Phil here. Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for October 4th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. Guys, the Rated R era has begun in AEW.
On this day.
Guys,
Clearly.
on this day, I see clearly everything has come to light.
Edge
Better
and
place, full of broken dreams, and I'll leave it all behind. TJ, Deontay, we fucking did it, y'all. Well, not we didn't do shit. We just,
What
well,
What up, Bill?
look, at the end of the day, we are witnessing fucking history because the formerly known as Edge in AEW, well, in WWE, now known as Adam Copeland in AEW. I'm fucking fumbling all my fucking words now because I'm just, everything happened wrong before this. Look, Adam Copeland's in AEW, and it still doesn't feel real to me, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, and I feel like he's just gonna fit in every single aspect of this company.
You are correct. Yeah, it's just so surreal to see. Like hearing Metalingus outside of WWE.
Yeah,
it's a weird sight to see. It's crazy.
For sure, man. How do you feel about it, TJ? I mean, it's absolutely crazy seeing not only the Rated R superstar in AEW, but you got Metalingus. You basically, you got Edge in AEW. It's just you can't call him Edge. You call him Adam Copeland because that's just what they have to do with the whole Edge trademark and all that stuff. But you have Edge in AEW. It's wild.
Essentially, yeah. I feel like I want to see what his gear is. Is his gear going to still be that what it kind of was in WWE, or is he getting a whole redesign since it's a new era? It's a new company. Yeah. So that's going to be fun to see what they do with that, because we are in a new era, and as much as I feel like everyone else is already accustomed to calling him Adam Copeland, and they're like, "Oh, we're already accustomed to change." Me, I'm like, bro, I'm still waiting for somebody.
It's weird. It's weird because I call him both on multiple occasions. Like, I call him Adam Copeland at times. I call him Edge most of the time. So I just call him both. Whatever happens, happens.
I'm gonna fuck around and call this man Edge Copeland at some point.
Like, it's weird because I call him both at random times. I legitimately was on TikTok Live watching the show tonight.
Yeah, Shadow.
And what's up, Shadow? So yeah, like I was on live watching the show tonight, and I've called him Edge. I've called him Adam Copeland. I just randomly did it. So I mean, it's gonna take a little bit, but at the end of the day, you have Edge in AEW, and it's absolutely awesome. You're not gonna fix what's not broken.
I'm probably still gonna call him Edge. I don't know.
You're not gonna fix what's not broken. You're not gonna change anything about Edge at all. So
Facts.
I love it.
Edgewood.
Adam Edgeland. Wild.
That is wild, Shadow. But I like. Hey, look. Anything that has something to do with Edge, I like. But guys, we're gonna be talking about not only what Edge said at the. See, I fucking did it. We're not gonna see. Like, it's just gonna be a thing. We're gonna talk about what Adam Copeland said at the end of Dynamite tonight. Even see, that doesn't feel right to say that. We're gonna talk about what he said at the end of Dynamite tonight. We're gonna see what Christian said, because fucking Christian said, "Go fuck yourself" on national television.
And fucking sane. mind you.
He told his best friend of 40 years to
They
go
said,
fuck
"Hey,
himself.
go fuck yourself." What?
It was just an overall very, very good Dynamite tonight because we got Warlord'S Return, which is great. He looked
Finally.
fucking fantastic.
Finally.
He looked more. This is not even a pun intended at all. So you guys can boo me into chat all you want, throw tomatoes. I don't give a shit.
Ooh.
Wardlow looked a lot more edgier than what we used to see him as.
I see what you did there.
What?
Tomatoes
No,
in
but
chat.
like I said, you guys can boo me into chat, throw tomatoes, do whatever you want. But he looked a lot more edgier in what we've seen from him in the past. We haven't seen him in months,
Speaking of Edge, I need him versus Edge. Like ASAP.
Wardlow versus Edge would be great. There's a lot of people in AEW that I can't wait to see Copeland go up against. So it's just going to be an awesome time to talk about it. And not only that, but we get Copeland's debut match next week on Tuesday, mind you, because it's Title Tuesday against Luchasaurus. So that should be really, really fun. I honestly thought that we were going to get cut off tonight because I saw it hit 10 o'clock and I'm like, dude, something had to have gone a little bit overtime because we went a little overtime here.
Tony said, "Nah, we paying for this extra time. Fuck Young Show."
So yeah, we paid for that extra time. Tony Khan put out the pockets and said, "Look, we gotta continue on this promo." So
Tony said, "Fuck Young Show. Y'all gonna hear y'all gonna hear this promo."
So yeah, I mean, we got to hear everything that he had to say, so that was great. We're gonna go over what Copeland talked about on an interview with CBS Sports, because he went into full detail about what was honestly really going on at the time during the final week of his contract with WWE. And then we'll get right into everything that happened on Dynamite tonight. So hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. On the road to 1,000 subscribers, go down into the links in the description. Follow us all on social media. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. You guys can go also down into the link in the description for the WWE Shop affiliate link. It's my link, but anything I get will go directly back into the channel. And thank you to our sponsor, SeatGeek, for tonight's episode. Use the code OTB at checkout for $20 off your first purchase using the application. You guys can use it on your phone. You guys can use it on the interwebs. Just make sure you let them know that OTB sent you by using the code OTB at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. Now, TJ, Deontay, before we get into what Edge said per CBS Sports, what do you guys got going on in your neck of the woods?
Let's see. Following on TikTok, NBA Tail too. That's my I was gonna say my main page, but my main page got banned a couple months ago because fuck TikTok. That's why. But yeah, follow that page. Follow NBA TikTok's wrestling page. I'm sponsored by W. NBA Tay at W.com will save you 10% on your order. And I got a new YouTube video dropping tomorrow because something happened today and I want to go on a rant about it.
There you
go. All right. Well, you already know who it is. It is your boy, the charismatic, the enigmatic, the slick, the conniving El Proscrito de la Luna, the one and only Carmelo Knight, formerly TJ Gatsby. You can follow all my socials. My link tree is TJ Gatsby. All my stuff is there. Don't forget, I have the face-to-face with the broom-headed rapscallion on Friday. I like that word, rapscallion. We should bring back old school insults because that's
rapscallion.
A good one. Rapscallion's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. But it rolls off the tongue very well.
Right. Besides that, yeah, like Phil said, subscribe to the channel. Get OTB to 1,000 fucking followers subscribers, bro. Like, come on, like, do the damn thing. Do the damn thing.
I want to get there, but I want to get there by 40. I want to get there by Mania 40 for sure. So
also,
it's possible.
Make sure y'all come out to Mania 40. MEP gonna be there in full, in tandem, come get a picture with the Click.
Yeah. We're gonna be there.
Yeah,
I
man.
can see that's how short Phil is in person.
All right. Look, you didn't have to go there. You really didn't have to go there. But you know what? I at least respect it because that's the first thing that everybody goes to.
Me and Phil gonna have a short off. Me and Phil we're gonna have a short off.
Not a short off.
Short off. That is freaking wild, Deontay. All right. So thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys have been showing us over the course of the last few weeks, months. Honestly, over the 2.5 years that we have been doing this, we absolutely love it, and we are going to be continue doing this. So just stay tuned for things to come here in the near future. But guys, Adam Copeland talked with CBS Sports. Edge talked with CBS Sports, and he said the following in this interview. So he was asked about, if retirement was a real possibility or if there was always going to be something in the lines with AEW. And he said this, quote, if we being Edge and Christian, could end things together, that's the dream. Copeland said for working with Cage, real name Jay Resso. Quote, I sat down with my girls and I'm like, okay, so what does dad do, girls? What do I do? And I laid down all the scenarios for them. Lyric said, and then Ruby agreed, go be with Uncle Jay and have fun. And that doesn't mean that I'm not having fun in other places, but they know the most fun I am going to have is with my best friend of the last 40 years. Obviously, speculation ran rampant over the months of Copeland possibly joining AEW, but he says that the deal came together less than 2 weeks before his debut. Copeland's wife, fellow WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix, was also a key player in the decision to make the switch. Quote, it wasn't until my contract was up, which was on September 21st. It wasn't until then, Copeland said. So it was really, really quick to get everything done and get everything dialed in. Figured out so many things, like getting the Alter Bridge, getting with Alter Bridge and getting the music and doing all of those things. There were 9 to 10 days in between that. I didn't know immediately, but I thought that's where I wanted to go. I really thought that working with Jay again was what I wanted to do and how I pictured it in a perfect world. Beth said, what's your perfect world? I said, my perfect world would be ending my career with Jay. So suddenly that perfect world looked like it could be there, and it's tough to pass that up. End quote. Guys, he wanted to end up, ending his career with his best friend with over 40 years of experience in Christian Cage. You can't really fault him for that. And at the end of the day, he did everything that he could have possibly ever done in WWE. There was really not much left for him to do. And if there is any family that people should be excited for, it should be the Copeland's. Because at the end of the day, Edge still feels that he is still going to be able to do this for, I say, with maybe the next 2 to 3 years and at a high level. So at the end of the day, who could blame him for wanting to end this thing off with his good friend Jay of over 40 years?
Man, screw him. How dare he? How dare he want to finish his career with his best friend? Traitor.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. I legitimately have no idea how anybody could have that line of thinking. I know you don't, Deontay, but I'm like, how does anybody have that line of thinking?
Because people are stupid.
Very stupid.
Well, yeah, that's the whole.
Also, just think about it this way. He even said it. There are things he wanted to do that creative just didn't see working. So
yeah.
let's say that creative did agree with him, because we know what it was. He wanted that one last world title run. I personally think they should have fucking gave it to him.
They should have.
It could have.
Him winning the world title at fucking what was the pay-per-view? Whatever the fucking
90
pay-per-view was, the Crown
champions.
Jewel or some shit. And then he dropped it to an up-and-coming star. Creative obviously didn't see that planning. So let's say Creative did see it and Edge would have won. You know what y'all would have fucking done? How dare they put it on a part-timer? This is exactly what's wrong with the wrestling company these days. Y'all are fickle. You're fickle and you're fucking hypocrites.
I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, and I want to know where your guys' heads were at. Well, first of all, I want to know this. After everything happened, let's say from after the triple threat at WrestleMania, and the triple threat, by that I mean Edge, Bryan, and Reigns.
Yeah.
That WrestleMania. I believe that was 37.
Yep.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on Edge's run after that point? Because, you know, after that point, to me, it's not that like it was getting stale for me, because I'm always still going to love Edge, and I'm always still going to love what he did through the 3 years that he was in WWE since coming back from how long ago? What, like, it was a 9-year absence?
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on his run after that triple threat? Because, like I said, it wasn't stale. It just didn't hit like normally it should have.
And I think the reason why it didn't hit is because, like I said, it was a great run after that match, even though he didn't win. The reason why it feels like it may have plateaued is because, and it's going to sound really weird saying this, so I want to make sure I say the words correctly because I don't want people to like twist my words. With someone of Edge's caliber, someone who can still fucking go as if it's 10 years in the past, someone like an Edge or a Rey.
And he's 49, and bear in mind, he does not look 49 at all.
He turns 50 in 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Someone like Edge who can still go at that rate, at that age, when you're in a run like that, you can't really help elevate the stars of the future without putting a title on that legend. Because they can help make that title more prestigious and help make these stars. It's like how Cena did with the U.S. title in 2015. Hell, even if they would have given Edge a mid-card title, I would have wanted a world title because I feel like it would have helped elevate it more. But even if you would have given Edge the mid-card, if you would have given Edge the U.S. title and did something like Cena did, it would have helped. It would have elevated it. And then whoever beat Edge for it, they look like a fucking star because I just beat a Hall of Famer. I beat fucking Edge to win this championship. After he held it for so many days, defended it so many times, I beat the man who's beaten The Undertaker, who's beaten Triple H, who's beaten John Cena. I beat him to win this title. So the fact that they didn't put any type of title on Edge, hell, even a tag title run would have been great for Edge in that run because he would still help elevate someone.
Now,
There's only so much a legend can do to help elevate someone without some hardware on them. That's only if they can go at that rate. Now, if it's someone like a fucking
Goldberg,
I'm just gonna use him as an example because I Kurt Angle, love Kurt Angle. I don't know exactly if he can go at the rate he used to because we only saw a couple matches in the past 5-6 years, and they were like one-offs. So I don't know if he could do a legit run. But someone like a Kurt Angle, if he can't, that is someone where it's like, okay, we can't put a title on him because what would it do in the long run? But Edge is out here moving like a Rey Mysterio, moving. Hell, he's moving the triple threat with Rey and AJ. Edge was moving.
Yeah.
All three of them were moving like they were 30 fucking years old.
Yeah, that was the world. Well, wait, that wasn't the. Was that the World Heavyweight Title tournament? Yeah.
Yes.
The World Heavyweight Title tournament. Yeah.
Because remember, we had all pitched it. We said Edge is gonna win, and then go in the finals. He's gonna beat whoever, and then someone's going to beat Edge to get that rub. And WWE basically said,
I thought they were going to do Edge and Rollins again.
Exactly. It would have been perfect.
I honestly thought they were going to do Edge and Rollins again to call back to what they had going on in their feud prior in the 3 years that he was in there. I believe they had a Hell in a Cell match together. They could have called back to that. So, I mean, like I honestly thought that was all going to happen. But at the end of the day, they did what they did with AJ Styles and Seth, which was a phenomenal match, no pun intended. It was what it was at that time.
I think it is absolutely criminal that during his last run, he did not get at least one work. So that's why I was kind of hoping that when Christian came back in the Rumble, he was gonna stick around because you know damn well they were gonna run back that Christian and Edge tag team in WWE. That's what I was hoping for, but
And
obviously
see, here's the thing.
Christian remains.
Edge even admitted it. I don't know if Christian felt the same way, but what he's doing at AEW, he probably did. They wanted full-time runs, but creative wasn't going for it. And that makes me wonder how many of these legends that have come back wanted full-time runs and creative just said, no, we're going to put you on a part-time thing.
And the thing is, you're giving. And again, I'm not trying to say that I fucking hate Trish Stratus. I actually love Trish Stratus and what she has done for her legendary career and all that kind of stuff. You gave Trish Stratus a full-time gig. Honestly, you really did. You put a title on her.
Put a title on her.
You put a title on her, and I really did not care for the whole Becky Lynch and Trish rivalry, but that steel cage match was really, really good at the show that was at it. But like, I didn't care for that, but you gave her a full-time gig and you made it happen in the right way that it had to happen with. Now, at the end of the day, when it comes to Edge, Adam Copeland, what have you, he wanted a full-time gig. But WWE didn't see that working in their plans or whatever, because honestly, at the time, and still at the time of this recording, Roman Reigns is still the world champion of the WWE.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have Roman Reigns lose this championship. I'm not naive in knowing that. So, like, Edge going to be a world champion just was not going to happen unless it was a heavyweight title.
I stand by what I said. Edge should have won at WrestleMania 37. I stand by that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are most likely pulling for that to happen. But, like, at the end of the day, Edge wanted to come to AEW to be with his friend and Christian Cage. And not only that, but FTR as well. Because FTR, Daniel, and, when he called Beth because Seth was ransacking the house. That robbery was fucking great. But FTR, they're also really, really good friends with Edge, and they really had a key point of getting in there as well. And look, there's a slew of other great opponents that he could possibly go in with AEW and have some amazing matches with. I'm thinking of so many matches because he honestly listed them tonight. Kenny Omega, Miro, Chris Jericho. There are so many people I want to personally see, and I have no idea why I want to see this match so badly, but I absolutely do. Hangman Page and Edge would fucking kill it. Like, I'm telling you right now.
You know what I want to see? It don't have to be a match. It does not have to be a match. But I need to see a promo battle between motherfucking MJF and Edge. I need it.
First of all, I do believe, and this is honestly where I do believe that Edge will get his championship run. I don't know what championship run it will be, but I do believe that he will have a championship. Does he need a title in AEW? Absolutely not. He's a champion. He's a guy that doesn't really need a title to be as relevant as he is. But I do personally believe that he will be a champion in AEW. For sure.
He should. I mean, he put the title on CM Punk over there twice, so shit.
And the thing is, guys, and I'm going to tell you this right now, it is not the only thing that we are getting from Edge is not just from an in-ring aspect. This man is going to be everything that CM Punk wished he could have been. He is going to be able to go to the younger talent and allow them to pick his brain about certain things. And let's just be real. If those younger talent don't want to technically listen to what he has to say, are like, all right, look, I appreciate you for giving me your aspects and all that kind of stuff, but I think I'm going to go in this way instead. He's going to be like, all right, cool. I'm always here for you if you ever need it. I'm always cool for you if you ever need it. He will not be like CM Punk to where I said, I'm going to fucking fight you or I'm going to have you banned from the arena. Edge is going to be like an actual human being and figure things out when it comes to these younger talent, even wanting to ask for help if they ever need it. His mind for the business is going to be so much beneficial in this company because he's going to help a lot of people out.
Yeah, like I said, it's still weird to see Edge in AEW. Like I ain't gonna sit there in front like I wanted Edge in AEW because I didn't, but I'm not mad that he's there. I ain't mad that he's there. The possibilities are endless. Like the possibilities are endless.
It's crazy, but at the end of the day, I'm super happy for him. I'm super excited to see what's to come. I'm super excited for the future of what Adam Copeland Edge is going to do in AEW. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what banner he falls under, WWE, AEW. The fact that he is still able to do this at this stage of his career and at this high of a level, we should be happy that he's just still doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm proud to be an Edge fan, and I'm going to continue riding with it for as long as we can.
I am, however, I want to see if he can actually keep up with the AEW roster because they're a lot faster and stronger than the WWE roster. I want to see if he can keep up with the likes of a Kenny Omega or a Swerve.
Look, I honestly I first of all, I definitely agree with a lot of what you just said there, but I do have some kind of inkling to where I would hope that Edge, Adam Copeland, is going to be working with the people that he knows that he can A, trust, and B, allow himself to, get together with people and actually get in there, walk around some things a little bit to make sure that he's going to be all right in these matches.
This is going to sound... Actually, fuck it. I don't care how it sounds. I do not want him in the ring with Darby fucking Allin.
No. Look, I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
I hate it when Jeff Hardy was in the ring with Darby fucking Allin. I hated it.
Look, I completely agree. I think Edge has it in his right mind to where he would know, all right, these are the people that I know I can work with. These are the people I know I can't. And we'll see where things go. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I hope TK would have it in his right mind to figure out, all right, we're here. We're here to work with you. What would you like to do?
But then again, this is the same Tony Khan who keeps putting Jeff Hardy in ladder matches.
Well, look, we haven't seen Jeff Hardy in a ladder match in quite some time, but I do agree with you there.
Extreme matches.
Look, honestly, I haven't seen Jeff and Matt since the I believe it was the shot for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team title match with the where the Righteous won to get the shot at MJF. So I haven't seen them since then, but they looked good for what I saw them at, and it is what it is. But
and you already know they're gonna do it. You know they're gonna run back Edge and Christian versus the Hardys. You know they're gonna do it.
Of course. Of course you would want to do that, and of course they would definitely want to see that. But at the end of the day, don't have any stipulation, please. I know they want to do a ladder match or probably something like that, but don't do it. Don't do it. We don't need it. I'd honestly just be happy if they were just in a tag match together.
I don't know, man. Edge has done some crazy stipulation matches in WWE. During his second run, he was in a Hell in a Cell match, for fuck's sake. 2 of them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, AEW, man. AEW loves doing the Canadian destroyers off of ladders and shit. We don't need that to happen with Edge.
No, we won't need that. His nigga's gonna snap like a twig. No,
it's freaking insane. But I would like to see Edge and Christian versus the Acclaimed, Edge and Christian versus House of Black, Edge and Christian. There's a lot of good stuff that Edge and Christian can do as a duo. Edge wanted to even do something with Christian tonight. He was like, "Come on, man! Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne, they're gonna throw you to the dust when they get all the shit that they want out of you. So, come on, it's time." And then they hugged, they embraced, and then all of a sudden he said, "Yeah, go fuck yourself."
They are not putting Edge in blood and guts. They are not doing that. They're not gonna do that.
I can honestly see Adam and Christian at Wembley next year. I can see that.
Well, that's gonna happen.
I could totally see that, and I can honestly see Alter Bridge playing Edge to the Ring. Like,
yes,
that would be insane, and I would love that.
Bro, I just thought about Alter Metalingus in Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000. Oh God!
And a lot of people were really okay. I want to hear from you guys. Were you guys shocked that it was Alter Bridge, Metalingus? Were you guys shocked?
Nah, not really. Because I kind of had a feeling.
I was shocked because I would have assumed that WWE had it trademarked. I didn't know Alter Bridge trademarked it with Adam.
Yeah, like Mark Tremonti, I believe he's the lead guitarist of Alter Bridge. If anybody knows Alter Bridge that much, let me know. He gave the rights to Edge. Like, he fully gave the rights to Edge when in their meetings and everything like that. In passing, he gave the song to Edge. And
I have a take. It's probably gonna be really fucking hot, and I don't.
So that's why they were able to get Alter Bridge and Metalingus so well.
Metalingus, and I'm glad we still get it. I feel like it doesn't fit for AEW. I feel like Rob Zombie would have been a better fit.
I heard everybody say Rob Zombie, Never Gonna Stop Me, should have been the song for Edge. I don't know if Never Gonna Stop Me was probably going to be the best song for Edge, but Rob Zombie could have been something.
I just feel like that one would have fit better in AEW's atmosphere.
You're right.
Especially since Metalingus has been synonymous with WWE for the past 2005 was 18 years. So it's like it's gonna be hard to not associate that song with WWE and Edge.
To me, Metalingus is associated with Adam Copeland with Edge.
It's gonna be weird.
So that to me, it's fine that I have him with that.
Well, hey, you say that, but remember, it only took us 1 week to get used to Edge with the other side.
Yeah, because that song was actually
that first Monday, but the next week we're like, all right, we're fucking with it because it still fits his vibe. So
it fits him because
it's also Alter Bridge. Alter Bridge is his favorite band of all time. So I mean, you were gonna see something Alter Bridge, regardless. I love Alter Bridge. I think the other side is great. I think Metalingus is great. Whatever they decide to do with Adam Copeland for AEW, I knew it was going to be great. Hell, even the song that they did for the video package, with the old muscle car going down the streets of Seattle. I mean, that was an Alter Bridge song. I believe it was the first song off of their 4th album. I'm terrible at actual name titles, but it was also an Alter Bridge song that played in that video package. So as soon as I heard the Alter Bridge, I was like, yep, this is fucking Edge. But at the end of the day, him being in AEW is going to be a great thing for the business. It's going to be a great thing for AEW. It's going to be a great thing for that locker room. And he's happy, man. At the end of the day, he's happy.
How dare he be happy? How dare he?
Seriously, man, I can't stand those people. I seriously can't stand those people. I am, we've all seen it. All of us have seen it over the past couple of days, since WrestleDream. It's insane how bad it gets.
So I forgot.
You're getting Jade Cargill in WWE. You all know this, right? They're not really going to change much. Corey Graves said a storm is coming on SmackDown. Obviously, they're going to have they're probably going to have different music. I don't know what kind of attire she's going to be wearing. But you're getting Jade Cargill.
I heard.
You're getting...
AEW does not own the rights to her theme song.
Well, okay. Well, then if that is the case, they might actually not be changing her theme. But regardless, you're getting Jade Cargill. Vince bought Cody Rhodes. They didn't change a single fucking thing about Cody.
It was weird
Did they or
hearing
did they
Kingdom
not?
outside of AEW. I ain't gonna care. It was so weird.
They have Kingdom. They have the American Nightmare. They bought Cody Rhodes. The intellectual property of Cody Rhodes is now with WWE. The intellectual property of Edge is basically in AEW. You just have to call him Adam Copeland.
They do. Why not?
It's crazy. I mean, it's there.
Plus, Edge, more than likely, he's only going to be there for like maybe a year or two. So let's enjoy while we got it.
I think we can get a good 2-3 years out of him, but it just depends on how they do it. Sparingly, you gotta do this sparingly. He's not gonna. They say he's full time, but I mean, you gotta do these feuds right.
I ain't gonna cap. I don't know if I trust him in AEW full time because you know how reckless AEW can get sometimes.
I'm not gonna say the full time. We don't know what that really means.
Well, he ain't gonna wrestle every week. He ain't wrestling every week.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna be on TV
time. He may be there at TV every week, like backstage and everything like that, but he's not going to be wrestling every single day. That would be crazy. But we'll see what happens. I'm very, very happy for him, and I can't wait to see what he does. So that being said, guys, I know we talked for like a good, honestly, 30 minutes about the whole Edge situation in AEW, because we haven't really talked about it all that much since everything kind of happened. But it was a good conversation here. Let's get into Dynamite, guys. So we kicked off Dynamite tonight, the 4-year anniversary of Dynamite, with the International Championship on the line. Rey Fenix versus Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson was in the corner of Nick, and Penta was in the corner of Phoenix. I don't know what happened to Alex Abrahantes. Hope he's good. But it was Penta in the corner of Phoenix tonight. Not a bad match. Honestly, I really didn't think these two could honestly have a bad match together, considering they've been, integral parts of both of their tag team careers. How do you guys feel about it? Really a good match here.
It was a good match, but I need to point out something that I've kind of noticed lately. Does it seem like the Young Bucks are kind of, I don't know, abusing the EVP power a little bit? Because they are the 6-man tag champs. Yep. Matt Jackson just competed for the international title. Ain't have a shot at the damn AEW tag titles. A match that we don't need. We don't need another FTR.
We don't need FTR Young Bucks for.
I fuck with the Young Bucks. I fuck with FTR. But neither one of them should be in the title picture or should be champions.
Here's the thing. I know we're going to be getting FTR Young Bucks 4. But in order to make any of us care for it, and I'm talking any of us like in a grand scheme of things, you got to do some kind of stipulation.
Yes.
You have to. Because
we've seen this match 3 times already. There was no need for a 4th.
And look, I'm sorry, guys, and I want to hear you guys' opinions on this. FTR was solely signed to AEW to fight with the Young Bucks.
Yes, bro.
And they were solely signed to do this, bro. And we are getting to the Usos New Day territory with this shit right now. Bro. It's FTR, crazy.
They literally started the FTR hashtag while they went over to the FTR meant fuck the revival.
Fuck the revival.
Yeah, Cody started that shit.
Freaking Cody being petty as always, but But TJ, I mean, they're legitimately solely signed to fight with the Young Bucks forever, and we are getting into the Usos New Day territory. In order for any of us to care, you have to do a stipulation for that match. Because honestly, I really don't care about all of this that much.
I must say, I don't care about it anymore.
Right.
They literally just fought, a month ago?
They fought at All In. It was All In, right?
Oh, yeah, literally just a month ago.
And they're going to fight again. They're going to fight again at Full Gear, I'm assuming.
It'll most likely happen at Full Gear. So, I mean, and look, you got to do it in some sort of stipulation to make any of this care. And if anything, who's a heel? Who's a heel in this?
It's not even like Sheamus and Cesaro's best of 7 because those two traded back and forth. FTR's been damn near sweeping this fucking rivalry.
Yeah. Who's the heel in this too? I mean, seriously. Because honestly, the Young Bucks are at best tweeners at times, depending on whatever kind of city they're in. And FTR, everybody loves FTR. And if you don't, then I guess you don't. But, I mean...
Another thing, too. All I know is this better be the last match they have for a while, and the Young Bucks better not win. They already have fucking 6-man tag titles.
Look, if it's gonna happen at the Key of Forum, they're winning the tag team titles. So
they already have the 6-man titles.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to lose those 6-man tag team titles to somebody in order to get them somewhere else. I guarantee you they're winning the tag team titles.
No, they're gonna be double champs. They're gonna be double champs. That's what they're gonna.
I guarantee you they're.
I hate to say it. I agree with Ian. Like,
what is it? Loser leaves AEW.
It's a bunch of copy and paste. I'm damn near done with FTR's AEW run. So
they already did the loser leaves AEW thing, and they won.
Honestly, at the end of the day, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. I understand that they were signed to this company to fight forever with the Young Bucks. I do. I get that. Yeah. But when it all comes down to it, I would much rather see a tag team match with, like, let's say, Bullet Club Gold and FTR.
That would be sick.
At the end of the day, Young Bucks versus FTR, they're always entertaining matches. But they're not usually as entertaining as probably a lot of us would have thought they would have been in years past.
Their gimmick is literally...
If these happened years ago, I wouldn't be too upset about it. Because both of them were at the peak of their stuff. Now, they're good matches, but it's not like what we all thought it was going to be.
Their gimmick is literally the old heads that can wrestle. That's literally their gimmick. The old heads that still got it.
I love the Young Bucks. I love FTR. I have nothing bad to say ever about Cash and Dax Wheeler. I think they are absolutely phenomenal athletes, and they are great as a tag team. Honestly, probably one of the best tag teams of this generation. Point blank period, bar none. But at the end of the day, this whole Young Bucks FTR thing, I don't care about it anymore.
You know. See, at least with All In, when the match happened, we haven't seen it in a while. Like, it's been like a year or something since they faced off. That was different. But now they just faced a month ago and they're going to face off again in November.
Yeah. So, I mean, this international title match, though, really, really good stuff. Fenix takes Nick in the corner before lifting him up in a fireman's carry. Nick rolled out of it, pinning the champ down for Fenix to counter it into a roll of his own, keeping Nick down long enough for the 3 count, 1, 2, 3, and got the win. We had some really, really good stuff here in this match earlier. Canadian Destroyers took place. We saw Nick Jackson legitimately kick the ring post, which fucking had to suck. Because you know those ring posts are cornered, so I mean, that had to freaking suck. Like, all of it was really, really good stuff here, but in the end, we have the International Champion retaining here, and good stuff. Nothing really too bad to complain about there. It's just that we're going to be getting FTR and the Young Bucks, and we'll probably get most of that build, I'd probably say, on Collision, because FTR is usually a mainstay there, but the Young Bucks are also a mainstay basically on Dynamite. So maybe now that Punk is not there, the Young Bucks could show up on Collision now to do this. I don't know. I really don't know what's happening.
Hey, Kitty showed up on Collision the first time last week, so
yeah. So I mean, it could work now. So we'll see. So you got footage from last Wednesday before cutting to Adam Cole checking on his friend Roderick Strong. And at this point in time, guys, the audio was completely fucked up on.
Oh, yeah, the audio
TNT's end. Or TBS's end. They like the audio, like, in their control room or whatever was, like, malfunction or whatever Excalibur said. And but regardless, just watching the video in itself though was hilarious because you saw Adam Cole moving furniture with his bum leg. Roderick Strong gifted him a scooter for Adam Cole. I mean, it was absolutely hilarious. You saw what was honestly going on. It's just you really couldn't hear shit.
Yeah, AEW fix it. Last week you had Christian sounded like Optimus Prime, and this week you didn't hear shit. Come on.
Well, they showed it. They showed it again with the actual audio. That way we can actually hear what they were saying. But this was the first time that they did it, and it was just fucked up. Now you can tell that with Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, and even the Kingdom to some extent, they're all just having a fucking blast doing stuff like this for the videos. They're having a fucking blast, TJ. It's absolutely crazy. And I love everything about this kind of thing. With MJF, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, Kingdom. Everything about it.
Oh, fuck that. Ow, ow, ow.
So what you think about it, man? I mean, I think it's absolutely great.
I'm liking it. It's at the point now. This is gonna sound crazy, and I'm trying to convince myself that it even sounds reasonable. I feel like they're gonna have Roddy and MJF team up at some point.
Well, I can honestly see it.
Yeah,
maybe they forced them to team together.
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it.
But they did with Adam Cole.
We're gonna get a Roddy and MJF team up.
I can honestly see it. Because especially with Adam Cole being out, I mean, there could be doing a lot of inner workings to get those two together to try to make, strange bedfellows work to make something happen until Cole gets back. Which, again, we don't know if it's legit. We don't know if it's not legit. We don't know.
It's legit. I mean, it is legit.
Look, man. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have actually happened. I mean, who knows? But we'll see. So then, we come back after this segment to Griff Garrison in the ring. And I was like, all right, what the fuck is Griff Garrison doing in the ring right now?
Griff Garrison. About him.
And then all of a sudden, and then somebody in my live stream chat said that guy looks like one of the Yes Boys. So, pretty deadly. So I was like, damn, that sucks. Griff Garrison's actually a really nice dude. And a really good in-ring performer. But it's just, they just use him in the spot here because Wardlow's fucking back.
About time. Shit.
He's got fucking hair. He looks like a fucking badass. And he powerbombed Griff 5 times, and that was it. That was the win. And honestly, he didn't get a pinfall win. The ref just said, yeah, no, fuck it, ring the bell, because this man's not getting up.
The referee said he's fucking dead.
Just stop it. He's already dead.
So the match starts because all of a sudden Griff Garrison was just in the corner just trying to contemplate. He's like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And then all of a sudden he gets...
You know what he was thinking? He was thinking, why didn't I go to NXT with Brian?
It's like the Hollywood Blondes could have worked really well at NXT, but then all of a sudden...
Think about it. Pillman's getting some fucking push behind him in NXT. Julia's doing fucking amazing, and then Griff. Just Griff. I'd be like, Tony, send me over there with him, please. Please, let me go. Let me go.
Hey, that'd be cool to see.
It's absolutely crazy, man. But, so, I mean, the match starts. He gets sandwiched in the corner, does Grayson. And, they're just doing the Powerbomb Symphony, not only 1 time, not only 2 times, not only 3, not 4, but 5 Powerbombs.
5.
In this fucking bitch. And then all of a sudden, that's it. because the referee called for the bell. Griff Garrison died on national television, and then all of a sudden we see Wardlow just walk out. He just walked through the crowd. Now, I don't know what that totally entails. He's like, maybe I'm just fucking done with this place. Maybe he just did.
Hey.
Maybe he just did a Jeff Hardy and just fucking walked out.
Now, it could just be me. And I know
remember when that happened?
He's a badass, but did it kind of look like he had the stink face on him tonight when he was walking out there?
Well, did he look pissed? Yeah.
Well, no. You know how Bully Ray talks about, like, wrestlers have a stink face. Like, you can tell it's like there's something they don't like about the creative, but they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Oh, yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, for
exactly.
sure, yeah.
I got a sense of that, especially with how he left. I was like, okay, it could just be character thing, but it feels like a little bit like maybe.
Oh, he's pissed.
Let me just say this real quick, and Deontay, I'll let you speak on this too. Wardlow's good as gone.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He's good as gone. He's legitimately good as gone. Once his contract is out of AEW, he's going right to WWE.
Oh, for sure.
Now, Phil, I feel like we can all agree on this. When, I'm not even going to say if, because let's be honest, he's a big, meaty man. They're going to pick him up. When WWE picks him up, you have a Bobby Lashley, a Brock Lesnar, a Braun Strowman, all in fucking one. And he's young, and he's athletic like a Keith fucking Lee.
Yeah.
Man can hit swanton bombs and whispers in the winds.
Like he Jeff Hardy out there.
Yeah. Like he's good as gone. He is at the age. He is 35 years old. Wardlow is 35 years old. He's in the prime of his career right now. He's working.
I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking. You know what I need to see in NXT for a Dusty Classic next year? Wardlow and Braun Breaker as a tag team in a Dusty Classic.
Dude, that would be fucking insane. You give him the trophy. Give them the trophy.
Don't even have a tournament. Don't even have a tournament. Just give them the trophy.
Yeah, honestly, don't even have a tournament. Just give them the fucking trophy because they're winning.
Just give them a damn trophy up
there.
Hey, Sammy.
Yo, Sammy. Thank you for the super chat, the 199 super chat. We absolutely love you. We love having you here on the channel. That's honestly our second ever super chat. So thank you, Sammy, for contributing. You're only second because Loft tested it out to see if it worked. So thank you for the 299. The 199. I love you guys. We love you too, Sammy. But yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, Wardlow is good as gone in AEW. He's gonna go right to WWE once it is all said and done. And yeah, there you go. So and TJ, I absolutely love that you kind of reference that whole stink face kind of deal with the whole Bully Ray and everything with Busted Open because honestly, ever since you talk about Busted Open, I listen to the Busted Open podcast like all the time now. It's crazy because
I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow. I would not be surprised if Bully Ray goes, Dave, did you notice something weird about Wardlow's entrance last night? I'm gonna immediately text you like, Phil, I fucking called it.
I wish I had Sirius XM radio because I would honestly listen to the full 9 to 12 that they do their 3-hour show. So I would fully listen to
call in.
Sirius XM has a $5 a month thing where you can get Sirius XM, but like only on the phone app, which I think is better because I'm usually out of my car more than I am in the car.
Yeah, and honestly, I would only be able to listen to Sirius XM through that whole thing for for like a 30-minute drive because it only takes me 30 minutes to get to work. So it would only be like a 30-minute thing. But I would love that. If you can actually, send me stuff to that, I would love to figure that out.
Bet.
Yeah, so he doesn't count. Oh yeah, so yeah, then you're the number one.
Malik! Oh my God! I think I just came up with the name for them. Oh my God! They have to be War Dogs or War Breakers. Oh my god.
The War Dogs is better.
I love the War Dogs. I think the War Dogs works for sure.
I need to get on 2K and make this tag team real. Oh my god.
So Wardlow leaves the ring and leaves through the crowd, and we go to a footage of WrestleDream featuring the AEW debut of Adam Copeland, who we'll hear from later on in the night. We come back from commercial break and we go to backstage with footage from earlier on in the night with Renee speaking to Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita. Callis announced that Sammy Guevara was not medically cleared to compete, so he announced that in replacement, Kyle Fletcher will be in the replacement of Sammy Guevara for tonight's tag team match against Jericho and Omega. And nobody remembers who wins the battles, but everybody remembers who wins the war. And I will win the war regardless of whatever. I will win the war with whatever it has to take in order to get that done. So, due to the audio issues, they showed the thing again with Adam Cole and Roger Strong and the Kingdom and all that kind of stuff. Adam!
Did that low-key scare me a little bit right now? Yes, it did.
Adam!
It got me so off guard. I was like, so what the fuck is going on?
You thought Roger Strong was right behind you, didn't you? You thought he was right there. It's like, no, Adam's not here. But they showed it again. Really, really hilarious stuff there with Adam, trying to move the furniture. I was like, in the first video with the audio issues and everything, I was like, what the hell is he doing? But then all of a sudden, when they actually had the audio issues fixed, I was like, oh, he was moving furniture. Okay. Interesting. But regardless. And then he screamed at him again. And he's like, dude, you can't leave. I still have more things for you to do. And Adam's
the man
like,
has to have ankle surgery, Roddy. Gosh,
he's like, dude, I have to have ankle surgery. Can you please allow me to go? Like, can't the Kingdom guys do it? He's like, yeah, they could, but I mean, it's you, Adam.
It's you.
Like,
What does that mean?
What do you mean? Like,
yeah.
So then we had a World Trios Championship match between the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian. They didn't even really announce that this was a Trios title match. Like, at all. All of a sudden, I see Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian just waiting on the outside of the ring. We see the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn make their entrance. A pretty okay round by Max tonight. And then all of a sudden, they're just attacking everybody. Everybody's attacking each other. We get into the ring. The match starts. I didn't know if it was a tag match. I didn't know if it was a trios match. I didn't know anything. They didn't really say shit. So I was like, what's happening here? And then the match ends, and still your AEW World Trios champions, the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. I was like, this is for the titles? The hell? I thought Title Tuesday was next week. So I was like, what the hell? But okay,
Max,
sure.
You got 2 title matches next week.
You only got 2 title matches next week, Tony. What's happening there?
And one of your champions I fucking hate.
2 title matches. Title Tuesday, only 2 of them title matches.
Actually, no, you got the international title match on Tuesday, right? It's a rematch with Moxley and Phoenix. Then you got Saraya and who is it? It's not Ruby. It's the other one.
It's Hikaru.
It's Sheeta. So it apparently is Ruby versus Sheeta on Rampage, but again, I don't fucking watch Rampage. So you got Sheeta and Saraya, and then the international title match.
It's called Title Tuesday, and only 2 title matches.
That's not cutting it. That's not cutting it. for Title Tuesday. And honestly, I'd be very, very shocked if NXT lost on Tuesday. So prepare for an NXT beatdown on Dynamite.
They got John Cena, Cody Rhodes.
You got John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman, and Asuka showing up on Tuesday night compared to two title matches and Edge's debut.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I may love Sheeta, but the fact that I hate Saraya and the fact that my baby is facing Asuka, you think I'm watching Miss My Neck Can Barely Hold Up over Asuka and Roxanne? No.
Look, I'll watch Dynamite, but I'm watching Dynamite on Thursday, and I'll do a review for it then. I'm watching NXT on Tuesday, and I'm coming to you guys right here for that show. So be prepared for an NXT review on Tuesday. But,
yeah.
Well, and it better not fucking, do the same thing like Hickenbottom did last week. Because we were all prepared to do an NXT review yesterday. And then fucking Hickenbottom did that shit. So, nah. But we're not here to talk about that.
When I see you, Hickenbottom is up.
We're not here to talk about that. I did a 9-minute video about that whole situation. You guys can go talk about it if you want to talk about it with your mother. But,
Well, damn. He said, argue with your mama. He's black, bro. He's black.
By the time we get to Philly for Mania, I'm going to have Phil in a do-rag like the Hardys.
Dude, never put me in a do-rag. That would be the most That would be probably the most, irrational thing you could ever do. Don't ever do that. Like, it would be so bad. But I mean, this 6-man tag match, it wasn't bad, but it was very short. I mean, who gave a fuck about the Blade and Kip Sabian versus the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn? I'm sorry. I love the Acclaimed. I love Billy Gunn. I honestly like Butcher and Blade. And Kip Sabian, not a bad in-ring competitor. But I didn't give a shit.
I'm sorry.
I want to say this.
Let go of Ali. Let go of Ali. Tony Khan ain't doing shit with her. Give her to WWE. Give me Chelsea and Ali back together.
I thought that was Penelope Ford out there. Was that not Penelope Ford?
No, it was. I'm talking about the bunny. Like, she...
Oh, Ali. Yeah.
Isn't she not injured anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Ali's fine. Ali's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah. Get rid of her, Tony. You don't know what the fuck to do with her. Give her to Triple H. Let him put her and Chelsea Green back together.
Speaking of...
Oh, my God. Ali and Chelsea Green back together? That would be great.
Chelsea's been looking for a permanent partner. There you go. If I'm Triple H, I'm on the... Tony, can't help but notice you're not doing anything with Ali. So why don't you take her off her hands? I
don't think she'll leave because I think she's dating Butcher, I think.
She's married to the bald one.
Yeah, Black and Soda.
Butcher.
But that don't mean shit.
That's Blade. She's married to Blade, I think.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. People be married and work in different companies all the time.
That is true.
No, I mean, it's tied. Well, I think is Cassie Lee still an Impact or no?
No, they ain't even wrestling no more.
Independence, right?
Well, I mean, she don't even wrestle anymore, but she used to be an Impact.
She had a baby. She ain't wrestling.
Well, I know that, but I mean,
having a match.
Me and him and Keith Lee.
Against Cardona and Steph Delaney.
Well, me and him and Keith Lee, they're in different companies. I mean, I know when the Iconics were. I know when I think they were the Inspiration, but I knew when they were in an Impact. Shawn Spears and Peyton Royce, but what her name was, Cassie Lee. They were in separate companies. I mean, it happens all the time. But
also, speaking of the Iconics, bro, I did not know Billie Kay was pregnant.
Man found out from that picture today. He was like, God damn.
I didn't know she had a man. I'm like, what the fuck?
That is wild. That is absolutely wild. But yeah, I mean, this was a decent match here, I guess. Tag made by Bowens. They got into the favor of everything. Eventually hitting the Scissor Me Timbers and got the pin for the win.
Scissor Me Timbers. That's wild.
That's what the the leg drop, but they do it in a scissor formation. That's what they call it, Scissor Me Timber.
Scissor Me Timbers.
Well, yeah, Malik's right. Yeah, Jimmy Uso and Naomi also.
Jimmy and Naomi. There you go.
Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah. There's a lot actually.
There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of people in different companies. Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. We cut to the final part of the, and this is just fucking great. And I need to give her fucking flowers, because I don't think anybody really has ever really done this to this extent. Toni Storm, Portrait of a Star. Storm recognized that she is timeless, indicating the final step in her new chapter for the former AEW Women's World Champion as we cut to commercial break. This was fucking incredible. Yes. I love everything Toni Storm is doing with this character. I think this whole Marilyn Monroe type of shtick that she got going on with everything. RJ City was a part of this whole thing. And RJ City is like, dude, you're not even old. She's like, oh, that's right. I'm timeless. And then all of a sudden, I just freaking loved it. Like, I love Toni Storm. Toni Storm was doing nothing with the fucking Outcast. So I love that she is solo. I love that she is doing everything with this. This is the Toni Storm I love seeing. And if this was all Toni Storm's plan or idea, she's incredible. She's incredible. Yeah, nobody gives her the credit that she deserves, and I love it.
I love this whole Marilyn Monroe gimmick. The whole, and also remember, Phil, tits out,
watch for the shoe. And watch for the shoe, man. Dude, I'm telling you right now, TJ, she is absolutely killing it with this gimmick, and there is nothing that honestly can stop her, because a lot of people are super behind this site.
Facts. I think the only thing that could stop her is if Tony Khan lost his goddamn mind and it just stopped booking her. That's probably the only thing that could stop her. And I hate to say it, but it's also not out of the realm of possibility with Tony.
I believe even the last time, like, she actually had a mic in her hands. I don't know if this was a backstage promo. I don't know if this was like a video segment or whatever. I think she mentioned the pie in the face.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, wasn't that like on this? Wasn't this on like this past Collision or something like that?
Mm-hmm. She mentioned the backwards hat and the pie in the face.
Like, dude, she is just killing it with this whole entire thing. I love it all. She needs to get a lot more flowers than what she is getting right now, because she is just killing it with this stuff. So we come back from commercial break, and we get words from Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. after their incredible tentacle match at WrestleDream. How did you guys feel about that match, first of all? Because I thought it was honestly one of the best matches, technically wise, I have ever seen. And honestly, easily one of the best matches of the entire night. I mean, obviously that main event was obviously special. This match is special. Hangman and Swerve were special. Those are my top 3 matches of the entire night. And that's in order.
I love the match, and I love fucking Jon Moxley on commentary. I need Jon Moxley on commentary every time a member of the BCC wrestles.
Who's gonna tell Moxley, oh yeah, you're getting fined for saying the F word on commentary? Nobody. He doesn't give a shit.
Then he continues to curse after getting fined.
He doesn't give a shit. No, but TJ, those are my top 3 matches of the entire night. But this match with Bryan and Zach, honestly, technical classic, technical masterpiece right here.
I can't really give too much of an opinion on it because I didn't get to watch the full thing.
Oh, damn.
But, yeah.
Well, go ahead and check it out when you can, because it was great. But so we cut to seeing these two after their epic match, addressing, the slight bad blood that still lingers after the result of the match. We then hear from Hangman Page, who addressed Swerve after their match at the pay-per-view on Sunday, before addressing what happened last week on Dynamite with MJF and Jay White, and the attack on Switchblade to end the show. Back at ringside, Bullet Club Gold, without Jay White, head to the ring. They call out MJF, accusing him of being the one to attack Jay White because he is scared. Juice tells the champ to come out because he's got some splaining to do, and eventually the AEW World Champion does show up on the stage. So Max calls for his music to get cut, saying that that it appears that the devil has arrived in Stockton, before addressing Bullet Club Gold, running them down before calling a dual chant to happen. So what was it? Like, what was the dual chant? Because, man,
it was Ass Boys something taint.
They were chanting Ass Boys.
Now I know they were chanting Ass Boys and something Tate. But yeah, it was incredible because they were all actually in sync for once. The crowd was actually in sync, and he's like, "Oh my god, this was absolutely amazing." I was like, "Yes, MJF, this is great." So, he lists off an amazing list of accomplishments that he has done over the 4 years of Dynamite, considering that they were celebrating 4 years of the show. He whipped Cody Rhodes like 10 times with his belt. He almost
crazy.
threw. I didn't like that part, being a Cody fan myself.
Cody is crazy for doing that. He's crazy.
But he almost threw a man off a steel cage to his death. He almost got AEW legitimately canceled and taken off the air because he called Tony Khan a fucking mark. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that MJF has done over the 4 years of AEW. And, so he runs them down saying Chris Jericho and he giving Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes a beat down. He gave a lot of dodgeball related injuries to some kids. The time he nearly got the show taken off air because he called his boss a fucking mark before calling himself and the fans scumbags. That all said, Max knows for a fact that he didn't attack Jay White, aka Tofu. But if Bullet Club Gold doesn't want to talk like gentlemen, we can have ourselves a Stockton street fight. So he walks down to the ring. He is, taking off his shirts and everything like that. And the Bang Bang Gang, they slither out of the ring. So once all of this happens, we get back into the ring and we see Switchblade Jay White hit the Blade Runner. And everybody is, surrounding the fallen MJF. And Jay White holds the AEW World Championship. He gets on the mic and he says, look, Jay calls out the cheap parlor tricks of the champion, saying it wasn't him might as well be a confession because they all know the real MJF is a coward and a fiend, and a truly elite champion would not be him. Jay lays out a challenge for the champion at Full Gear. Jay White versus MJF is official for Full Gear, and we're going to be getting that match for the AEW World title, which I absolutely love. Perfect. Give that match to me.
Yes, and that title do look good on Jay White. It do look good on it.
Max can try to prove Jay wrong, and he will fail, but Jay won't. Jay will lead by example and take the belt tonight. And if you're not down with that, we have 2 words for you. Guns up. Max isn't quite having that, however, as he says, well, look, Jay, I got 2 words for you. You're on. So there you go. We get the match at Full Gear. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I like that we're getting this match. I like the finally putting Jay White in the world title picture. That title do look good on him. I ain't gonna cap it. It looks like a nice title.
Does he win?
I don't think so.
I'm going with a no.
Yeah, no.
Because I still think it's gonna be Adam Cole when he comes back. But then again,
I still have Adam Cole winning the AEW World Title.
However, though, with MJF's whole being in War 2024 thing starting in the beginning of the year, if that is legit, he could lose.
Honestly, you know what? My whole prediction about that whole thing, I think he's already signed, sealed, and delivered.
Oh yeah, he is. He definitely
I think he already has like a contract already signed and everything like that. Like he's extended. They're just not going to do that. They're just still going to have the bidding war 2024. They're going to play that shit up, and he's going to be here for the long term.
Oh, for sure. I know, for sure.
Like, honestly, I don't even see him going into the WWE system until like maybe his early 30s.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm telling you guys right now, and I want your guys' opinion on this. Once MJF is gone from AEW, that is the biggest blow AEW could ever take.
Yes. Because he was a homegrown talent, unlike
That's the
Cody.
biggest blow he could ever take.
I mean, I don't know. Would it be bigger than losing your freaking EVP?
Yes.
The guy who helped create your company?
Yes, honestly, because honestly, Cody's time was already getting up there in AEW. He was already going to be wanting to go to WWE. What was that, GD? Sorry.
I said, especially since the fans already weren't behind Cody anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, they were already signed, sealed, and delivered on him, not even really wanting to do anything anyway. But yeah, TJ, I mean, how do you feel about Jay White and MJF? I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic match between the two. And honestly, I mean, it could go either way because Jay White's that damn good. But this match is going to be a real huge test for MJF and his world title reign because, yeah, sure, he's had amazing matches like this before, but Jay White's a whole other different beast, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. Definitely one of MJF's best. Because as you can tell in the matches in the past, when he has these matches with these New Japan-based guys, these technically savvy guys, like it really brings out that different side of him because he's more. His character work is more that I don't want to say typical heel because he's not the typical heel. It's more of the I'm really good at holds and psyching you out to get the win. But when he goes up against people like Konosuke, Takeshita, Bryan Danielson, and what we're going to see when he goes up against Jay White, it really brings out that when I want to be, I can be one of the best technical wrestlers of this generation. My character just doesn't call for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What would you guys give an MJF comparison to in terms of, like, you know, some obviously some superstars that we know of either yesteryear or today? Because honestly, right now, MJF screams to me somebody like a Ric Flair. He screams like somebody of a Ric Flair.
Yeah, I'd say
like maybe Triple H in the early 2000s. Like those two.
This might sound crazy, but I want to say The Miz in his Intercontinental Championship era.
Boom.
Specifically 2016.
See, I'm gonna give you two. Regular MJF, which is the regular MJF is definitely Miz, like you said. I could put on bangers when I need to. It's just most of the time I don't need to. But, and I need y'all to really open your minds to see where I'm coming from with this. When he gets in that technical mode, Owen Hart.
I can honestly see it because here's the thing. Whenever if somebody walked up to me on the street and said that they're the best wrestler in the world right now, and if somebody said MJF, I would not bat a single eye out them. I wouldn't bat a single eye. I mean, yes, there's other conversations, obviously. I mean, you can have Gunther, you can have Kenny Omega, you can have Jay White, you can have many people in this conversation about who's been the best pro wrestler in 2023 so far. And yes, I know I didn't say Bryan Danielson. Obviously, he would be in the conversation too. But if somebody walked up to me and said MJF is the best pro wrestler in the world right now, I wouldn't bat an eye. He has had amazing matches throughout this entire year, and I don't think anybody could really, dispute that. His match with Bryan Danielson right now in that 67-minute Iron Man match is still one of my... honestly, it's still my match of the year, but there are many other matches of the year candidates that I'm still going to have to go through in terms of AEW and WWE-wise, because that's how I do mine.
I got another one for you. In terms of character, I'm giving him a Shawn Michaels also. Because this man is getting...
I was saying Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and early 2000 Triple H. Those are mine. Like with him.
Who else do you know could get over a fucking drop kick like that?
Yeah. Like, did you guys hear what he had to say in the media scrum about the world of pro wrestling and how he was basically, allowing, the emotions of the fans to come back because he doesn't have to do the whole flippy-dippy indie type shit that he has to. I mean, he can do it when he wants to. He just doesn't have to do it all the time. He got a freaking headlock takeover over. He got a freaking
double clothesline.
He got a double clothesline over. He got a body slam over on I believe it's Dutch. And then he got the kangaroo kick, which we're not even going up against Aussies anymore, and he's doing the kangaroo kick, and it's insanely popular. Like, he is soliciting the emotions of the fans more than any other pro wrestler that I know of as of right now. And that's an amazing thing. And guys, he gets it at this age. Imagine what he is going to be like in the prime of his career. This isn't even the prime yet.
Nope.
Like, this is insane how amazingly well he gets this stuff.
Yep.
I can't say anything anything more highly of MJF than what I already do.
Yep. He's that guy.
And that is what I mean when I say that, obviously, there is no reason for him to lose this championship right now. There's absolutely no reason why he should be losing this championship. But I'm telling you right now, I know a ton of people don't like it when I bring up the whole Bloodline story and this whole thing with MJF and Adam Cole, in the same sense. I understand many people don't like that shit, but you can't deny the actual emotional attachment that people feel towards the storyline with MJF and Adam Cole. You can't deny the emotional aspect of this thing. A lot of people have their whole thing when it comes down to MJF and Adam Cole and the Bloodline. You're going to like what you like. But the atmosphere and the emotions of this story in AEW, some of the best work they've ever done.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But so we then had this Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho match with Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I was in and out throughout this match because I was bringing in some stuff from the car. So I didn't get to see this full match. I saw Powerhouse Hobbs attacking Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
So how did you guys see this match? How did you guys feel about it? Who won this match and what happened?
Omega and Jericho won because Omega did us all a favor and hit Fletcher with that fucking one-winged angel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
yeah.
Well, that's interesting that Chris Jericho and Kenny won, because I honestly thought the Don Callis family would have continued on their winning ways and, continue to get that momentum. But it looks like Jericho and Kenny got the W here. Okay. Interesting. But then again, that kind of leads into what Powerhouse Hobbs did. So is he, in your guys' mind, a part of the whole Don Callis family now? It seems like it to me.
I think so. Yeah.
Is there any kind of relation to him and Don, though? Because you're going to have to explain that.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think about it in my head where it could come from.
Because you're going to have to
As far as I
explain
know.
that. I
As
mean,
far as I can think of, no.
either way, I think they're going to have to explain that because I can't find anything. And Don Callis legitimately hit Kenny Omega freaking hard way with a steel chair on the dome.
On the top of the dome.
It's freaking wild, but we'll see what happens. But from what I know, though, this match is not bad whatsoever. Honestly, it probably got the most time of the night from what I heard.
I think this is the one that actually pushed, is why it pushed over, I think.
That match went on for way too long.
Yeah, this match seemed really long from what I heard.
Not to mention the segment afterwards went on too long, too.
So apparently Omega is firing up, but gets intercepted by Takeshita. But Omega manages to fight out. Fletcher takes advantage of this, but gets caught in a code breaker by Jericho, and then got hit with a one-wing angel, who got the win 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Jesus, a code breaker into a one-winged angel, that had to have been fucking insane. But Kenny and Chris won. Callis headed to ringside and yelled at Omega about cheating until Jericho and Omega get blindsided by Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs then laid out both men before going after Omega on the outside and sending him into the barricades. And, much to the delight of Callis, Hobbs then takes the cleaner out to the crowd before bringing him back up to ringside with Takeshita to follow suit. Callis grabs some duct tape, putting Omega's arms onto the ropes and duct taping him to the ropes. Hobbs grabbed a steel chair, and Omega tries to his best to fight out of the situation until the family continued to just attack him and secure him on the ropes. Jericho got in between to try to intervene, but then all of a sudden Hobbs hit him with a chair, and then Callis said, nah, you gotta give that shit to me. And he just popped Kenny Omega on the head with the steel chair, leaving a dent in it, and that's it. They all walk up the ramp together as the Don Callis family stand tall after all of this. And it looks like Powerhouse Hobbs is a part of the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
So we got Powerhouse Hobbs, Sammy Guevara, Konosuke Takeshita. I'm counting Will Ospreay. I think it's fair to count Will Ospreay in this. So those are the 4.
That's a nice little faction.
That's a pretty solid 4.
Pretty solid 4 right there, yeah. I'm glad to see Powerhouse Hobbs.
That is a pretty solid 4. I'm glad to see him doing something.
Yeah.
So we're back from a commercial break. We see a video package of Samoa Joe addressing the hunger to be a champ and his satisfaction as he is one, but he is still focused and looking for another shot at the AEW World Championship. When he's hungry, Joe always manages to eat. So Joe wants another shot at the AEW World title.
Yo, dude looked like a damn super villain.
He looked like a freaking mafia boss, let alone super villain.
Yo, speaking of Samoa Joe, this is kind of off topic. I don't know if you've ever seen the show Twisted Metal on Peacock. Watch that shit. It is funny as hell.
Is Samoa Joe actually really good in that? Because I've heard mixed reviews of that shit.
It's a solid. Okay, so you know the Twisted Metal game, right?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever played that? So it kind of it tries to stay on course with the actual game. It's a TV show, so you gotta have a story to it. But like me, I personally like the show. I think it's a really good show. Anthony Mackie as John Doe is fucking hilarious. The girl they call Quiet in that show, she is Fucking hilarious. Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth. He was the perfect person. Although he doesn't voice Sweet Tooth. Somebody else voices Sweet Tooth. Samoa Joe
Will
actually.
Arnett.
Yeah, Samoa
So
Joe. He's just
Samoa
the one.
Joe plays him, but it's a different voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
he's
weird.
just like
Okay.
in the clown costume and shit. But he was hilarious. But like, yeah, it's a solid show. Like, it ain't nothing like.
I've
It ain't
heard
nothing
mixed
like
reviews
Homecoming.
because of that situation, because of Samoa Joe being the body, but somebody else's voice. I've heard mixed
Oh
reviews
yes,
because
yeah.
of
I
that.
don't understand. I don't know why they can just let Samoa Joe be the voice. Because he can be a good like
He's an
Sweet Tooth.
intimidating guy. I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't want to hear his voice on that, but
Plus, he's done. Plus, I think he voices the shark in the Suicide Squad game. Actually, he could be a villain.
oh, he is a villain. Like I wouldn't want to get I wouldn't want to get on Samoa Joe's bad side. Like that would
I
not
mean,
be
the
me.
dude could legit rip my like it would fit, and plus he fits the Sweet Tooth character because he would legit rip someone's head off. There was I hate to swear, but there was one scene where he put a fucking grenade in someone's mouth and pulled the
That is
pin.
that is insane.
That's crazy. But get the show, watch if y'all happen. It's a good show.
We then had Skye Blue and Toni Storm. Toni Storm.
God
Welcome
damn.
to the House of Ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the House of Ass.
Exactly. Fuck Kyle Fletcher and
Welcome to the House of Ass.
yeah. Honestly, I don't even know where to fucking begin because I was kind of just mesmerized by this whole thing.
Hornball.
Look, I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, honestly, it wasn't even a 9:30 time slot. It wasn't. It was a
It
9:40 time
was.
slot. It was a
Yeah, 10
9:40
minutes
time
late.
slot, which I was like, that's interesting. We might honestly probably was going to be the 9:30 time slot, but because things went a little over, it kind of had to be in the 9:40 instead. This was not bad though.
I had a question. How long y'all think this match was?
I would say, well, I mean, they
I know
did
because I know the time.
they did the whole Edge thing for like maybe 15 minutes. So I mean, I would say maybe at least 8, 10 at the most.
It was apparently it was like I think it was 7 minutes and 40 seconds with three
Okay.
Yes.
with
3.5
minutes.
of it was commercial.
Yes,
Three and a half of it was in commercial.
So
I had a
technically,
feeling.
the match was only on TV for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like that's usually how things go with women's matches, and that's not even just in AEW. I feel like that always happens in WWE as well.
I stand
most of the
by it.
matches
The
in
only
15
man that's not Impact, before y'all say it, that knows how to book women properly is Michael Sean Hickenbottom.
Although me and Sean got beef right now, though. I don't know what that shit was into.
Yeah, other than that whole thing, I do agree with you, though. Hickenbottom actually does know what he's doing when it comes to women. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't a bad match by any means from the time that we actually got to see things on TV. But I mean, Toni Storm got the win.
And she got some good cake.
Yeah, she definitely does. She did 2 amazing moves in this match, and I want to call them out because first of all, because it's fucking hilarious the way that she called them out. But she's like, guys, I think it's time for a titty slap. And I'm like, what?
Titty slap.
And I'm like, what did you just say? And then she just chopped her on the barricade. I was like, oh.
Chopped her right in the titties.
Okay.
She said,
and then she's like, guys, I think it's time for another. And then she wanted the crowd to hold Skye Blue, but you know,
I don't think that would have been a good idea.
they weren't going to allow to do. They are not allowed to do that now because they can't
I mean,
interact with the wrestlers.
Even if they were allowed to, that's Skye Blue we're talking about. I don't think that was.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, look, depending on whoever they were going to be in front of, I like, dude, that could be some risky business. But
what's somebody ass?
But like, you know, because they can't do that anymore, she just said, all right, guys, watch out. And then titty slap. And I was like, this is fucking great. And then she, you know, led us into a picture-in-picture break. She's like, guys, respect your sponsors. And then Tony Schiavone's like, did she just kind of send us to picture in picture. She's like, all right, here you go, picture in picture. And then we went to picture in picture, and I was like, what the fuck happened? I was like, okay. But I was like, dude, she is absolutely fantastic in everything that she does. And Skye, we love you. You do get done dirty a lot in AEW, but at least you're signed. You weren't signed for like 70 matches of your entire AEW run, and then all of a sudden you just got signed. So I was like, okay, thank God.
Someone just pointed out about Skye Blue. Tonight she had darker makeup, and she didn't seem her happy usual self.
Oh shit!
I can't see Skye Blue as a heel. I can't. I
don't know, man.
People said the same thing about Julia Hart.
And look at
That's honestly very true. And Julia Hart turning heel is the best thing for her, especially with the House of Black. So
think of it this way: Skye Blue's a heel, more leather and more black. Yeah.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ, help me!
Freaking hornballs, but I love it. I freaking love it.
Man, Kyle Fletcher, we gonna have to jump him because God,
dude, seriously. Look, I love Aussie Open, but fuck Kyle Fletcher.
Indeed.
But yeah, I mean, it was short, but it was honestly, really focused on what Toni Storm kind of turned into now with this whole timeless thing, and she just did fucking fantastic in this whole thing.
I forgot who said it, but someone said it's Toni time. It's not Toni time anymore because she's timeless.
She's timeless, Toni. So it's it's still Toni time to me always, and it will always be. But she's timeless Toni now. So, she hit Skye Blue with the Sweet Cheeks music and got the W.
Sweet Cheeks music.
So there you go. And no, guys, I am not making that shit up because of the cheeks. That's legitimately what she calls it. That's legitimately what she calls her running thing. Her running booty slam in the corner.
Sweet Cheeks music.
It's Sweet Cheeks music. I feel like I have to, reiterate that every single time on here because people would just think I'm a hornball. But no, that's what she legitimately calls it.
Hey. What?
I'm not complaining. Are you guys complaining? Are you guys complaining about the Sweet Cheeks music? No, I don't think anybody is.
Not at all.
So Toni enjoys the standing ovation that she is getting for her performance as we get our rundown of what's to come on Rampage, which nobody will probably watch because I think it's like a tag team match or whatever, and then like a 4-way for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team or Ring of Honor like World Championship #1 contenders match. Should be pretty cool. I think John Morrison's on that show, but
I forgot he was here. We didn't know AEW.
So we'll see. And Kingston will be on commentary for that match.
Yeah. Stokely Hathaway is hilarious. That man, he's aged by like fucking Burger King in Newport. So that's funny.
So then we get to Adam Copeland, and this is the final thing on the show. So technically,
Adam!
Not that Adam Copeland. But technically, by standards, because usually the last match of the card is the main event. The women main evented again. By coincidence, probably not. But yeah. But yeah, we got to Adam Copeland now. And the Rated R Superstar is here.
On the stage, stop really.
Yeah. Copeland rushes to the stage to a huge ovation from the crowd. The pyro hits. How do you guys feel about the pyro? Because a lot of people in my chat said that pyro is shit. Well, I didn't think it was bad. I honestly didn't think it was bad.
But I mean, AEW doesn't have the production value that
it's not like the pyro wasn't even that bad though.
It's not, but it doesn't look as good as it does in WWE, which obviously I know.
But, dude, the WWE is the biggest professional wrestling company in the world. They are going to have money in order to get that asset for their shows. AEW I'm glad that they have pyro, period.
Cause it would be so weird if Edge went to AEW, he didn't have any pyro. That was so
Like,
weird.
if he did the whole thing and there was just no pyro, it would look fucking weird.
Or it just be smoke. Ridiculous.
So, like, I'm just glad that they actually have pyro, and the pyro was not even all that bad. But, I mean, huge ovation from the crowd, as always. He enters the ring as Tony talks about how exciting it is to have him in AEW making his debut. And Copeland talks about how big of a deal it is standing in the ring with him because he was the voice and soundtrack to his childhood. But this is his time, so hit the bricks.
He said, "Get the fuck! Hey, I love you, but get the fuck up already."
And then Tony Schiavone is like, all right. And he's like, hey, bro, but I still love you. And then they fist bumped. And then Tony Schiavone respectfully got the fuck up out that ring. So the crowd shows their appreciation to Copeland, who talks about how he was told back in 2011 that he would never be able to wrestle again. The crowd booed. And Copeland starts running down some goals that he has, including an AEW World Championship run. MJF, I'm just saying. The chance to face Moxley. Fucking wild. Kenny Omega. Wild, but I want to see it. Miro. Interesting match, but I kind of want to see that too. Powerhouse Hobbs. Could be something. Jay White. I'd love to see that. Juice Robinson. Pretty good. And many other amazing reasons why he is here. I'd like to see most of those matches. And he ran down.
Bro, he said he wants to wrestle in New Japan. Him and Okada? Could you imagine hearing Metalingus in the Tokyo Dome?
Dude, it's fucking insane. Like,
I would not.
TJ, most of these matches that he said, Moxley, Omega, Miro, Hobbs, White, Robinson, and many others. I mean, dude. That's why I'm so happy that he is here in AEW, because he has a plethora of talent that he's just never faced before.
Ow. Give me a second. Yes. Honestly, out of the list of people he named, I think the one I'm most excited to see is probably him and Omega, actually.
I think it's Omega and Jay White that really stand out to me for sure when it comes to that. But yeah.
Him and Juice Robinson, I don't know why, but that one stands out to me.
That would honestly be pretty good because honestly, like Juice Robinson, for all the shtick that he gets with the whole rock hard gimmick, he's really good.
Yeah.
So Copeland looks to challenge himself this late into his career, and the AEW fans are helping to make that happen. The main reason he came to AEW, however, was because he sat down with his family, like we went over in the CBS interview, and he asked his daughters what he should do. He asked if he should retire, which the fans booed at. That is like, no! We're like, we just got you. You ain't retiring.
Again.
So he's like, which that was still a huge option on the table. But his daughter Lyric said, you should go have fun with Uncle Jay. When he addresses as a man now that they call Christian Cage. Copeland calls Cage out, and after a moment of hesitation, the TNT Champion's music hits, and Christian steps on the stage with some heavy boos from the crowd. Cage then walks down the ramp, entering the ring, and he shows off the championship before finally looking at the man who was once like a brother to him, now standing in an AEW ring. Christian Cage and Adam Copeland, aka Edge, standing in the middle of an AEW ring? I would have never thought that fucking happened. Ever. If you told me that 4 years ago, bro, I would say you're fucking crazy. You're fucking insane.
If you would have told me that 4 months ago, I would have called you crazy.
Very true, honestly. Yeah, 4 months ago, 4 years ago, who gives a shit? I would have told you you're fucking insane, TJ.
Wrestling is wild. It's a wild time.
It's
Hell,
insane.
I said it as Christian was walking to the ring.
Like, it's fucking crazy that this is happening right now. And we're getting it right off the bat.
It still feels like a damn fever dream. Like, it doesn't seem real.
And look, this is arguably some of the best stuff that Christian has ever done in his entire career, too.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, like, dude, the fact that both of these two are at these stages of their careers doing some of the best work that they've ever done. Now, I know Edge just got to AEW, so, I mean, I get that. But,
It's WWE.
dude, it's fucking insane how all this is happening. So, I mean, the crowd is loving this reunion right now. The Cage clearly is, just not, into this right here. So, all right, hold on 1 second. So the crowd is loving this reunion, but Cage clearly isn't, as Copeland addressed the 40-year friendship that they have had. He knows Cage is wondering why Copeland attacked Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus, and the answer is simple. He saw Cage looking all sour, and despite how he's been, he still loves him. Copeland saw his friend standing over Sting, and a man who had a poster of him on his wall brought it to the barber, put it in front of the mirror so that she can cut it she can cut his hair in the same way that he has it. And he also did what he did because he knows that Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus will drop him like a bad habit the moment they suck every bit of information that they can from him.
He knew from personal experience.
And he's like, you know that is true, and I know that from personal experience.
He did with the Judgment Day.
Which is very true. And honestly, I like that they called back to that. He didn't say the exact Judgment Day, but, they did that whole, and you can tell from my personal experiences. When stuff like that happens, guys, that is perfectly okay for me.
Yeah.
Like, calling back to stuff like that, and again, they didn't directly say, I know that from personal experience because of the Judgment Day. That's perfectly fine for me. I know a ton of people don't like it when AEW references WWE. But at the end of the day, if you're going to do things to make storylines work, what's wrong with it? I don't see a problem with it at the end of the day.
Yeah. As long as it fits the story, I'm cool with it.
But I know already some people on social media were probably really pissed off about it because, like, oh my god, Edge is already going at shots with WWE. Shut the fuck up. It's not about that.
Yeah. You heard Phil.
It's not about that. And honestly, at the end of the day, if it wasn't for Bruce Pritchard actually kicking Edge out of the Judgment Day for Finn Balor, wouldn't have been in that mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't. But Judgment Day now compared to what it was in the first time when that whole thing happened, it's 10 times better than what it was. So hell, I guess it worked out for the better. But damn. So Copeland said it's time, for the first time properly since 2011, to team together and face teams like FTR, like the Young Bucks, and to show the fans today why they are arguably, well, I think he said inarguably, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Copeland says that he's asking Cage to join him to end their careers as a team, to show these people what they can do together. And has it really been properly since 2011? Did they team in 20? They had to have teamed in 2011.
I don't think they did.
It's just been so long ago since 2011. I can't even fucking remember.
They didn't team in 2011, but he said for the first time, like in 20 years, probably 2011 was the last time those two, interacted with each other. But 2020, I mean not 2020, 2003 or some shit was the last time they teamed together.
Yeah. So Copeland hands Cage the microphone, and Cage stares at his TNT title before giving a hug to Adam. And Cage tells Copeland to go fuck himself. He's like, go fuck yourself. And obviously, they bleeped it out in their weird way of bleeping things out now. But we knew what the fuck he said. Go fuck yourself. And Cage leaves the ring with the microphone and the title in hand, heading up the ramp, and the crowd really, is booing the champion hard at this point. Cage gives Copeland a reminder of what he is going to be facing next Tuesday on Dynamite as Luchasaurus steps onto the stage with Nick Wayne. And they're all staring at Copeland in the ring. But they're all ready for the challenge as Luchasaurus will take on Adam Copeland next week on AEW Dynamite. And that is how the show went off the air. This was very, very good. I loved that we got this whole thing between Christian and Adam Copeland already. I think it's just a really good caveat to what is to come with this feud. And I can't wait to see what they do from here. Because we're already getting Luchasaurus. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to, go through a gauntlet, so maybe we can get a Nick Wayne match out of this. Imagine Nick Wayne versus Adam Copeland. Look, that's not even a match for Adam at that point. That's a match for Nick.
Yeah, Edge is
the fact that he is 18 years old and he would face Adam Copeland, that is a huge fucking sign for him. Not even for Adam Copeland. That's a huge sign for Nick Wayne. But we're probably going to go through the gauntlet and we'll get to Christian whenever we can.
I'm calling it right now. Full gear. Adam Copeland, Edge. Darby Allin and Sting versus Christian, Lucha, and Nick Wayne.
That's honestly a perfect idea because I do not want to see Edge versus Christian yet. Or Copeland versus Christian yet.
Said it right the first time.
Well, I know that, but I'm trying to keep it with the AEW thing. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see that yet, TJ, and I think that's honestly a perfect way to go about it. 6-man tag team match. Christian, he's just defended the title. I mean, I know it would be a month prior to all of this, but I think that's honestly a perfect way to get a 6-man tag in there. Because I don't think you want to do Edge versus Christian yet.
No, that's definitely got to be saved. Y'all say All In. I feel like it should be saved for what it's supposed to. Well, I guess they're going to be making All In like their WrestleMania, but what I truly think is their WrestleMania, Double or Nothing, is when it should happen. But it's going to happen at All In.
Or, here's what I said. Now, assuming Edge is only signed on for a year, by the time WrestleDream goes around again next year, it'll be his last match. Assuming he's only signed a year. I say do it then. It'll be his last match. He retires with it against his best friend.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that they can do when it comes to the Edge and fucking Copeland and Christian feud. I understand I'm saying it right the first time in Deontay's eyes, but man, it's just gonna happen. So just get used to it, people.
On this day.
There's a lot of things that they can do when it comes to this feud, and I cannot wait to see it. And you know that they're still going to team with each other. Christian and Adam Copeland will be a team in AEW. It's going to happen.
Oh, for sure.
They are going to do that. And who knows, maybe they do actually get a tag team title run whenever they do. But they're going to end this thing together. And at the end of the day, we're going to be seeing these two go out on their own terms. Which is honestly a lot of people don't usually get to do that. They're making sure that they are going to be able to do that in AEW. So it's a win-win for everybody involved. It's a win-win for us, the fans, too, because we get to see it. And I love everything about it. Yeah. How do you guys think the match is going to go with Luchasaurus next week, though? Because you're throwing yourself into the deep end right away.
Oh, well, it definitely won't be clean. We're going to see some interferences from Christian and McLean, so.
Does Edge lose his first match?
No, they're not going to make Edge lose his first match.
I know that, but, it's not going to be a clean win, like you said. It's not going to be clean by any means. So, I mean, does he lose his final match because of first match because of the unclean kind of way that's going to happen?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, I feel like he's going to win it, but, I mean, it's weird.
If Ed loses that match, if Tony Khan's smart and he's going to have Edge lose, it has to be the main event. Because if it's anywhere else and you have Edge lose, everyone is tuning into NXT.
Oh, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, well, here's the thing. I automatically feel that, if Edge loses this first match in AEW, people are automatically going to shit not only on Tony Khan, not only on Edge for actually going to a company like AEW, but it's just going to be a bad look all around because, oh my God, Edge went to a rival company after being here for 25 years, and he went to a company just to lose his first match. People are going to be so upset about that. So it's dude, I feel like he has to win this thing, but I don't know how you're going to be able to do it. It's going to be fucking weird to try to get this thing going.
We'll see what happens.
Because you're putting yourself right into the deep end when it comes to Luchasaurus, and Luchasaurus is not going to be that easy.
Yeah. Maybe won't.
I'm going to be tuning in, but, I don't know. I don't know how things are going to happen when it comes down to it.
We shall see.
But guys, that's it. That's it for your AEW Dynamite post-show right here on OTB. Normally, at the end of the shows, we would just allow us to go over the super chats. But Sammy, you were the one that sent in our only super chat here tonight, and it was a $1.99 super sticker. So again, we appreciate you, Sammy, for sending in the technically first ever super chat that is not associated with the OTB family. Loft did the first one to really kind of, check if they were actually working. But Sammy, you did it here, and I appreciate it. Love you, girl. And we will all talk to you soon. But guys, that's it. I mean, that's all we have for you guys today. Do you guys have anything else to say before we get the hell out of here?
Subscribe to my YouTube. I got a video dropping tomorrow. It won't be wrestling related though. But you should still tune in.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's about it.
Alright. Okay. So TJ doesn't have anything else to say. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. And we'll see you on Friday for the Friday Night SmackDown post show right here on OTB. Talk to you guys soon. Peace. On this day, we see clearly.
Yeah.